77 kilo East versus West world title is on the line. Reigning champion Artur Makarov will defend it against Omar Kozukoglu from Turkey. Two guys that were born for arm wrestling. They were born, and then someone said you should arm wrestle, and they said why? Just do it, and pretty much this is how it is.
Like we guys who are not so genetically gifted, or I don't know if it's a popular opinion, but I would say even like guys without such a disabilities for a sport, because theoretically we could say this is like a disability, but for arm wrestling it's absolutely
the opposite.
Some ability, and it helps. So they have found the right sport for them. What could I say?
Absolutely.
If you have like Omar, if you have hand which is for 75, 80 kilo guy, you have hand bigger than most of super heavyweights, then why you should, I don't know, play darts or pool? It's
absolutely,
yeah. But if we talk a little bit off direct fight, but off topic, I always and again maybe Omar will not enjoy this, and Oleg Zhok will say the same, and Matej Schittl and some others. I do have a lot of respect for them, what they are doing, but I believe that they have to invest in the training 5, 10 or even more times less work to achieve the same result, just because of this genetic advantage.
Absolutely.
And my biggest respect was when I saw Oleg pulling with right arm in this year's WAF World Championship, because his right arm is normal. This is like, I would say, something genetically like a Hellboy or some mutant freak. So right arm is normal arm, and when I saw that Oleg can pull also with right, okay, he was not maybe in some best place, or he didn't win, but he says that he can pull more or less successful in his local events in his region, and he's getting stronger and better. So same with Omar. When I will see that he's able to beat someone with left arm, he will get my biggest respect.
So what about
because that's a normal arm. All others. Back to fight.
It is a huge advantage. It is. Like
it is. But like I said, it's great for them, and it's good for sport and all other. If you have such a in arm wrestling words gift, use it. Use it.
Absolutely. Artur Makarov, the reigning champion, took the title from Mindaugas. Mindaugas took the title from Daniel Prokopchuk. So now he's going to defend it versus 80 kilo, this year's WAF world champ, Omar Kozukoglu. So I kind of feel that Omar, even though like he's year or two in the sport, he will win this one.
Omar is young. Omar is young, and he's going up like a bullet. And then, like 2 years ago, he was pulling in juniors or under 21. I think Kristaps was our Kristaps Blumans was beating him in a junior events. And year later, he took a revanche and he won. And then he also won a juniors, and right now he won a seniors, his first senior world WAF title, and he's improving. He won a qualification event in 75 kilo class in Istanbul as well, against Azat from Armenia, against Alex from Georgia, also against Kristap, and he was super dominant also in that qualification. WAF World final against Nurdelet. It looked like me that Nurdelet was the strongest arm wrestler there, but Nurdelet did mistakes and lost on elbows fouls. We talked about that before. Maybe he took some risk. Maybe that's because he felt some danger, but I think he was just not patient enough. But stylistically, we know that Artur needs that hand and wrist control. He can go for top roll or more like this drag. He can go inside, but he needs control. He's not known as, for example, Prokopchuk, Daniel, or some other in that category who could pull very successfully without a wrist. And if Omar will take control, and it's very hard to top roll or hook Omar.
Yeah.
You can press him maybe side with straight arm, and that's what Artur could do. But if Artur will lose a little bit this wrist control, he's in trouble. He's in trouble.
Yeah, that's how I feel too.
And Omar is very good about that.
Yeah, and I think getting better and better, and I see like all of like Turkish athletes, everyone's they training together and improving it all together. Like I saw practice with him and also Engin and much more guys there were.
Yeah.
So he's getting good advice, especially from the guys that have already pulled.
That's what I said. Like super genetically gifted guy with some gifts for arm wrestling. Put him in a good training system and get some good coaches and in a short time he will be champion. That's for sure. And he's in good hands.
He's already champion.
And he's in good hands with Turkish arm wrestling. Very very knowledgeable guys and trainers behind him. Of course. Stylistically, I think that he would struggle more against Daniel Prokopchuk just because of styles, and that Daniel can pull without a hand, and I think they did met in WAF Europeans before, or I have to check, but I think Daniel won against him.
Yes.
Just went side, and stylistically it's for other clear top rollers like for me, for Minde, I'm not sure. For us, I think that would be really tough fight to do something against Omar's hand. Like I said, his hand is probably bigger than most of super heavyweights, and the thickness of wrist and some sizes here. Check those videos. It's similar. Like people could say, like what's advantage? It's take from floor regular dumbbell. Put some fat grip who is moving, and put maybe like I don't know fat grip who is 10 centimeters diameter even moving, and try to lift same dumbbell from floor. Same is here. It's just impossible to control. Yeah, you don't have any contact. You are
even if the strength is not even same there, you have to deal with all the mass there and all the structure and bones, and it's so like because you want a good grip and you just can't have a good grip.
Yeah.
Artur, most of the time I see him pull on the inside. He kind of jumps in and he hits, and he doesn't really openly like nicely top roll.
Yeah.
But
we have to also remember that Artur's hand is very solid, very solid, and that's what he could do. Like if he's fast enough and able to control, and his hand is similarly built, maybe not so long fingers, but the thickness is also crazy, and he could go maybe just to size similarly as Nurdelet did in WAF Volts, and then if he's a little bit more careful with elbows and everything. Yeah, but in a longer fight, if Omar stops you and Artur is a little bit extended here and open up, it will be very hard to finish, and that's where that hand can go.
Yeah.
Artur had a match with it's I think third time we will see Artur in East West. He had a match with Tarasitis, and before that with Adam Wojnecki in probably
Adam beat him on inside,
85 or heavyweight category.
85. Not heavyweight.
Not heavyweight.
Not heavyweight, no.
Yeah. But Artur's, we have talked about that before earlier. Like first time I saw Artur was in Brazil 2012 in WAF Volts, and he get injured. He gets some, if I'm not mistaken, it was even like arm break. I think he broke his arm, and we and Jana were there, and I look and see that some crazy edema and arm is swollen, and it looks like 3 times bigger than normal. And I go to him, I say, you need to go to doctor, you need some help, you need to go to emergency. It's not good. After that injury, there is some serious problems.
It shouldn't look like that.
Yeah, you shouldn't look like that. And he's like, that's my normal like size of arms, and then that thickness, and fingers are like small finger like my double thumb, and then I understood, okay, there is some crazy genetics behind that, and even as a kid, as a junior, those arms already was something unreal.
Yeah. I think Omar, in my opinion, Omar will win. If Artur wins, I'll be very impressed, but I think for Omar it's just time. If it wasn't now, the time will just come.
Or-
Just give him like
Yeah,
2
very
years.
possible. But also it's possible that he's young kid, he's tall, he's high build. So it's very possible that just in a few years he will jump up some weight categories, and same as
Yes.
many we will see him in the future, maybe in a heavier category as well. But it's good fight, and it is very possible that in his debut in East-West he will become a champion as well in pulling first time in this. It's very possible. I see him also potentially as maybe even favorite in this one because of again, like I said, stylistically.
And he just gets better, and the team behind him right now, I think, is very. Very
Question about arm strength. Control here in the hand, wrist, pronator, all good. It's question if Artur will win. I see that it could be that arm strength
Just
and
open
side.
him up,
Yes,
yeah.
could open the side. 77 right now. It's so unpredictable category, and,
Yeah,
and,
right.
and I
If
could
this
say.
happens, it's
What
awesome.
we said, like 86 Samushia, it's great and also boring that he's winning all the time and no one can. In 77 right now with Daniel Prokopchuk, with Makarov, with Tarasaitis, somewhere over maybe Cherkassov, maybe Alan Zaluyev.
Last time
right now-
Cherkassov beat.
Yeah,
You know.
Makarov, yes, he won
Yeah.
against Makarov.
Yeah.
Also, so Omar right now jumps in, some other guys, maybe some Kazakh guys. It's fantastic, yeah.
Yeah.
It's so unpredictable, and same with this fight.
More matches at lightweights. That's what we want. You know.
Yep.
As an ex-lightweight, I want to see more. Okay, guys, don't miss this world title at 77 kilos.
How many title fights we have at this event?
I think 8.
8 title fights.
8 title fights.
Almost every.
Almost every.
Yeah.
Is it 15 or 16 matches at this point? I think 16 matches. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, world title match. Artur Makarov, Omar Kazakoglu. Don't miss
Yeah.
it. Live on Core Sports. Stay strong.
And I love arm wrestling.